Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome.
I'm here. She did not kick me off the podcast.
I did not.
And maybe in the future, you can look forward to my neighbor kid episode. But today.
Okay.
Okay. It really hurt my feelings kicking me out of the podcast like
You
that.
deserve it.
Oh my god. No. Okay. Today, because of my trip to an art museum, we're going to talk about art.
Okay.
And kind of, well, one, what is artwork? How do you classify artwork? And two, how does the conservation of artwork change your perception of artwork?
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. I enjoy art.
I do too.
I pride myself in enjoying art.
Love that we have a kid mowing in the background.
Shh, don't acknowledge it. I'd say I enjoy art.
I don't know.
No.
We like art. We make it. That's it.
Would you say you're an art consumer?
I don't buy art.
Isn't everything art?
Okay, that's what we're going to get into.
Okay.
All right. So the base question, like the foundation for this, is artwork or paint? Let's just go with a painting. This is easier.
Okay.
Is a painting an artifact, or is a painting an artwork?
Am I allowed to say both?
Sure, but
Okay.
this is like the base question.
It's an artifact.
So you kind of have to lean one way or another.
Oh, okay.
Say you have a painting from the medieval times. Is that an artwork, a piece of artwork, or is that an artifact?
I feel like it kind of does both, but I'd have to lean towards artwork.
Okay.
Because, like, I can see how it's an artifact because you can use the art to see what time was like back then and use it for historical purposes.
Yep.
But if it was designed to be consumed as art,
That's
for
a fair
people, then
that's a
yeah.
fair response. All right. So here's where this gets a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Is the entire painting, like that's the painting, the canvas, the stretcher, everything, is that the artwork, or is just the image that was painted the artwork?
Okay, so we're going painting here, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's easier because like if you say
So,
sculpture, I don't really know.
I'd say the image itself is the artwork because whenever there's people who retouch it up and try to preserve it, they have to like re-stretch it kind of sometimes, right?
Yes.
And then touch it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Well,
that's the
this
real
is where
artwork.
this goes into.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Say your painting had a tear. I know, right?
Yeah.
It's a noticeable tear. It's not going to cause structural damage to the painting. It's not endangering the painting. It doesn't need to be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Conservationists can fix that problem, and they can retouch the paint that is on there. Here's where it goes back to the main question. Do you fix it, or do you leave it? Because some people would argue you should leave it because it's a part of the painting's history, because it's an artifact in their mind. And some people say, no, this is not what the artist originally intended this image to look like. It shouldn't look like this. So they'll retouch the entire image. What would you do?
I would personally, I would say to retouch it because the important thing to me about artwork, it's about the idea, the inspiration behind it. And in order to preserve that will be important in furthering the artwork of the community and society, if you will. We live in a society.
Okay. I'm going to get into a little bit more of a
Okay.
complicated situation
Oh,
or
okay.
scenario.
Oh, okay.
All right. Do you remember the painting that was saved from the White House when it was being burned down?
What was it called again? I remember.
I don't remember what it's
I remember
called.
this concept. But
We
yes,
can look it up.
I do.
Fire White House. White House painting.
Was this when
Was
the
it?
British lit it on fire?
Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
no.
No?
What was it?
Wait.
I don't remember. God, A Push, man, didn't do us anything. Actually, no, I love A Push. What was it called?
I liked World.
No,
better.
I don't want to picture. You guys suck.
Anyways, I know a weird amount of history on the Mona Lisa. It's actually it's not famous because it's a good painting, right?
It was stolen.
Yeah, it was
Wait.
stolen, and the part of why it got so famous was because they tried to find this painting. It wasn't really worth nothing, but the guy who had it, he had it in his closet, and he'd stolen it. But the people who had it, they really wanted it back, so they just plastered the painting on a ton of flyers, and they flew them out through town, and everybody in it saw it. So that's how it became a famous painting from exposure, not because it was actually good.
Wasn't it, like, cut in half? Not cut in half, but, like, they, like, sawed off the edges? Or is that a different painting?
I don't know. That's all I remember.
Okay. So, it was a painting of George Washington.
Oh. The burning
known as the Gilbert Stuart's Landstone Portrait. It's one of the most iconic representations of Washington. Right, so this is...
He has no lips in that painting, though.
So you know what the painting is. Yeah. Okay, so obviously it was in a fire.
Mm-hmm.
And there would be burn marks, soot, potentially some damages to the painting.
Yeah.
Now, let's say all of the things that were structurally making it bad, like, that was fixed.
Yeah.
Structurally, it's fine. Like, it's good to go. Do you fix the things that are not going to structurally damage the painting because it just went through this historic event? Does that event now make that artwork an artifact?
Huh. No, I really would love to see, like, the painting that was lit on fire. I think that sounds like, I'd like to see the history on it, but...
Mm-hmm. See, this makes it more difficult, doesn't it?
But it's also the picture of the first president that's most accurate, right?
Right.
So it just depends if you think which one of those is more important.
That's the question.
I know, but...
Which one is more important? Is it more important to preserve a painting's history, or is it more important to preserve the artwork?
I think I'd still have to go artwork, because that's the president. The first president, man. Like... Yeah, so I think it's important to see the guy who founded our nation, or was known as our first leader or whatever.
I think it's really hard.
It is hard. It's a hard argument.
Because there's no photos of it. It's not like you can... And that's another issue, right? Is it ethical to retouch a painting if you don't know what it looked like originally?
Oh, okay. I think then we should just leave it be if you didn't know what it looked like.
Well, you have an idea. Like, you could go back and look at the artist's other paintings.
Mm-hmm.
You can get an idea of what the painting probably looked like.
Yeah.
Based on the artist's other paintings, or based on if it's a portrait of the person, if there's other paintings of that person. But you'll never 100% know if that's exactly what that painting looked like, or exactly what the artist intended that painting to look like.
Okay. What would you do?
I think it's... Especially if I was, like, a conservationist.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a very difficult thing, because I would want to restore the painting as much as I could.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to interject my own thoughts into the painting, because I'm not the artist. I'm simply restoring the painting to what it should have been, what the artist intended it to look like.
Yeah.
So if I don't know, and that's really difficult, because I don't want to put my spin on it. It's not my painting. I'm not painting over it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'd want to put it back into a cohesive piece.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if you have enough of a concept to what it was, and you know that, and you're confident that this could have been what the original piece looked like, then it's okay to do that, right?
Because there's some paintings with a lot of damage, like a lot of paint loss, and it's impossible to know what was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say it was a bowl of strawberries, but now it's just kind of like a mush of pink and red.
Yeah.
And you know it's a bowl of strawberries, but you have no idea what those strawberries looked like.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Would you paint a bowl of strawberries, trying to match it to their art style as much as possible, or do you just leave the damage be there, even though it's quite distracting?
I think I would be okay with painting it. That's hard.
I know.
Because I just hate the idea of it possibly being wrong, and then it could be somebody else's work, and it's misleading. But...
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that the conservationist is now a part of the artist? If they add anything to the painting, could they be considered the artist?
No.
Okay, good. I don't think that's true either. But some people are like, well, if there's like so much damage and they repaint, like over half of it is their retouching is that now they're painting, and I was like, no.
It's not.
To me,
no.
no. But I guess I kind of see the argument. But no, I don't think that makes them. I don't think they would think that makes them, because that would be very ethically wrong.
It would be. Yeah.
Just in general. Be like, oh yeah, the Mona Lisa's my painting.
Well, I painted it on the slip of paper. Does that technically make it mine?
I added 3 dots of red just around the outside. It's now my painting. All that revenue should be coming to me.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
And I had a very interesting discussion with my sister, who could not make up her mind to save her life.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Do you know about the history of ancient Greece's art, where it used to be painted all these flamboyant colors and stuff?
It's really weird.
And I know it would be so weird, but I would love to have like put together some artists, because when I was in first grade, I was just practically enthralled with just ancient Egypt. I watched like the documentaries, and whenever King's Tut's tomb was first discovered. Yeah. Wait, no, not when first discovered, but they did a documentary. I watched it, and I knew all about it, where it was like Howard Carter and his people that they hired.
His people.
He was hired by like a duke or something to go into it. And then I wasn't big into Indiana Jones. But yeah, and then and then I also wanted to be like a person who like tested volcanoes.
That's quite an array.
I know.
I was really deep into Greek mythology.
Yeah.
I absolutely adored.
Did you have that Percy Jackson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like hard.
Yeah, I did too.
Like we would go to recess and we would be playing characters.
You're Percy Jackson RP?
Yeah. I was Annabeth, obviously.
Oh my god.
No, but yeah, we would do that. I absolutely adore that series.
What was your Greek parent? Did you ever
Athena.
take the quiz? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mine was Artemis.
That's really funny. That's really accurate, though, I think. But as time went by,
arachnophobia?
I don't. I don't like spiders.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not like deathly afraid of them.
Okay. I see you. I just feel a weird motion, so that's why she thinks I'm so hilarious.
Oh,
but
just the funniest.
I had the Camp Half-Blood t-shirt.
I never got any of the merch. My parents would never buy me this stuff.
No, I got the shirt
Literally
because I asked for it for Christmas.
The only merchandise that I've ever gotten was Unis Honest merch that I'm wearing right now. The Forbidden.
She's staff. She looks like she works at a concert.
Rest in peace. Unis Honest. What a great channel.
I watched some of it. I like the episode I really liked the most was the one where they did the escape room.
Oh my god.
That was the funniest. I watched
Am
that
I
one
gonna
so
die?
many times.
No, you're surrounded by 2 idiots.
My life is in the hands of an idiot? No, 2 idiots. What?
It's just the entire thing is a gym.
Yeah.
Every episode is funny. It's just... Oh, chef's kiss. Beautiful. Truly.
I love it.
I'm so sad that it's gone.
You are?
Yes.
Sometimes I go back and watch the clips that they do that are funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's another good moment? Or, whatever they did, the one where they summed it all up or something.
Eve.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
What a good time.
I guess that is art as well. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we can go into that. What do you classify art as? What is art?
Give me an example.
No, just in general. What is art?
I think anything that involved human inspiration and creation is art.
So anything could be art.
Yeah.
Then would you say the frame of a painting is art?
Yes.
Or is it a part of the artwork as a whole?
I think it's its own piece that helps tie into a cohesive unit.
Fair. I find it really fascinating, frames.
Yeah.
Because it completely changes the photo.
Yeah, totally. I get that. See, look at that frame.
Yeah.
Think that changes photo? Yes. Makes it look better.
Like when we were in the museum, we were in the abstract FOD kind of area. a lot of the frames were very minimalistic, very simple, usually just like a straight piece of wood.
Mhm.
But then you go into medieval things, and those are very, very huge, elaborate frames, just intricately crafted. And it's really weird to think, what if that kind of frame was on just a painting that just had a circle on it?
Huh. That would be weird.
It would completely change the photo.
So yeah, I think it's art. If you're saying it ties together, then yeah, it changes.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Also, come on, what was the obsession with geometric shapes in World War I and II?
I don't know. They're probably trying to cope.
The Dada movement, dude.
Yeah, I know. Jeez, that was weird.
Their art was strange. A lot of collages, a lot of we hate everything. No more war.
Exactly. It's like, isn't it weird that you could get that, like, what, couple hundred years in the future, World War I and II, they'll just be like one war classified as. I think that's a weird idea. I think we've talked about this before.
I
right?
don't think it will. Because I think they're very different. Like, World War I is stupid.
Okay.
World War I is the dumbest war I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for that to
Part of why
happen.
World War II started is because of World War I. So
Yeah, which is why I think it'll never be considered like one
there's
war.
like a 10-year gap period, and do you think further in the future, whenever they're blurring the lines together and they're not looking that deep into the 1900s war history, don't you think they just classify it as one war?
I don't. I really don't, because I think that World War I is drastically different than World War II.
Okay.
Especially because of the genocides that occurred in World War II.
Okay.
So I don't think I don't think you can classify them as one war.
I don't think I could right now either, but I'm just
No,
saying,
just in general, I think World War I will always be looked at as a cause of World War II.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can mesh them together. I don't think it would work. Because then what would have caused World War II?
World War I.
Yes, World War I.
Preludes of the war. It just got worse.
It just got worse. No, I think the reasons are too different to classify it as one war.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's talk about some more art.
fair enough.
What do you think about the art of Jesus?
Art, okay, that's
It's
my favorite
different.
art style.
Oh, okay.
Is Renaissance, medieval kind of art,
Mm-hmm.
because it's so detailed, and it's so pretty. It's
You know the infamous The Last Supper photo,
Mhm.
correct? It's so horribly inaccurate. They're all sitting on one side of the table. There's these beautiful Italian plateaus in the background. It's just so hilarious. There's like European architecture. Whenever this man's from Jerusalem,
Literally.
and Jewish.
yeah,
I don't know. It's
it's
not dumb. It's inaccurate. He's also white, which I don't. They whitewash Jesus so much, and I hate it. Please.
stop
It's-
whitewashing Jesus. And God, is God a man?
He's the man.
We're fighting against the man, Mom.
Now, difference is if you're Catholic or Protestant is if you see art of Mary or not. See a lot of art of Mary. I took this picture of this Mary statue that was in my old 3rd grade classroom. It was a statue, and it's her stepping on Satan.
Why were they all fat?
What?
Like in all of the paintings, they're all chubby. Every one of them.
Because it used to show prosperity back in the day.
It's just weird. Even like the people who were not super well off. You're like, wouldn't they be? Aren't they starving? Aren't there like diseases killing everyone? The plague.
Oh, here's the Mary image.
What's up, Mary?
She also looks white. And not
They
14.
all look white. Yeah, that's really weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about some more art.
Oh my god. Yeah, but that is my favorite art style.
Mary?
No, just that.
Jesus.
No.
Or Man JC.
No. No.
God.
No. Medieval and Renaissance kind of art, which is a lot of Jesus. It is a
Simon
lot of-
Peter.
It is a lot of Jesus and God, but
Judas.
I'm going to murder you.
Judas, no!
Why? What's
Okay,
your favorite
this
art
was-
style? Or time period?
My time period?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I really like street art a lot. Like, I just, Keith Haring. It's so good. I appreciate it so much. I have, like, the shirts and the sweatshirts and stuff. I don't know. He was also, he's a good dude. He's a gay man who advocated against diseases.
Oh, like AIDS?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Eventually died. It was sad.
Did
But
he die of AIDS?
I don't know, maybe. I forget.
Okay, fair enough.
But he did street art New York, and it would mainly talk about homosexuality and then also safe sex.
Safe sex. Street smarts!
Shut up! But yeah, I like his stuff a lot. I like how fluid it is, and then he'd put it inside of buses and the subways and stuff. It was just so random, and I think it's amazing. And then he also did his professional pieces, and such this wide range of where you could find his art. It's just inspiring.
All right, controversial, kind of not controversial. Hot take. Not really hot take. I really, really dislike modern art.
Okay.
Like, really, really don't like it, even a little bit.
Okay. What don't you like about it?
There's, like, what? There's no artistic interpretation to it at all. Sometimes it's just shapes. There's literally a white canvas. He just painted it white, and it sold for millions of dollars.
Whack. Oh.
Tax evasion. That's what I'm going to chalk it up to, because there's no way people are like, that is artwork that is really good.
Okay, what's the one guy who's the burden of the modern art community? His name's like, what?
I have
it's
no
Kapoor.
idea.
What's his first name?
I don't know. Who
Okay,
you're
he
talking
did
about.
the Bean in Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
he hates
kinda
that.
funny.
He hates that the entire world calls it the Bean. By the way, which is, please call it the Bean. But
Yeah,
he
it's a bean.
he created the world's darkest black pigment.
And he wouldn't sell it to anyone.
No, I think that's wrong. You should not, like, hold back other artists.
I remember that one.
Yeah, and then also this one artist, he retaliated to him by creating the pinkest pink, and anybody in the world could use it except for Kapoor.
Yeah.
And you had to sign documents showing you're not affiliated with Kapoor, or that you wouldn't give it to him, or that you were Kapoor.
He
I
just
think
walks
it's
into
so
the store.
funny.
I'll have the pinkest pink, please. Kapoor, get out.
Yeah, I think we should buy the pinkest pink, and then we could do something with that.
How expensive would that be?
Let's look it up. Keep talking.
But yeah, I don't know, I just can't get behind it. I don't understand how a dot on a canvas or like some boxes.
It's $7
Oh,
by Stuart Semple.
that's not bad at all.
The world's pinkest pink. 50 grams powdered paint by Stuart Semple.
How pink is it? What kind of pink is it? How do you...
Here's the pink.
That's pretty pink.
Would you say it's the world's pinkest pink? Now even pinker.
Oh, it's pinker. How do you go about making something more pink?
This ultra bright. This is the website. It says this ultra bright paint by Stuart Semple is available to everyone except Anish Kapoor, who won't share his black. This
That's so
paint is
funny.
available exclusively from Bleep. Just add water and mix to a thick consistency. Dilute as required. Can I mix it into resin? Yes.
Yes.
It goes bonkers under UV black light. Winky face.
I love that the artist
No,
has
by
sense of
adding
humor.
this product to your cart, you confirm that you are not Anish Kapoor. You are in no way affiliated to Anish Kapoor. You are not purchasing this item on behalf of Anish Kapoor or to an associate of Anish Kapoor. To the best of your knowledge, information, and belief, this paint will be not make its way into the hands of Anish Kapoor.
That's so funny.
Hashtag share the black. Amen.
Amen. Show the black. How dare you? That's just rude.
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 Okay. So you don't like modern art because of how distorted art
No,
can come
I'm
or
fine with
something.
like abstract art.
Yeah.
Like splatter paintings are actually really difficult to make
Mhm.
look good.
I think we tried it.
We did try to do it. It's hard. I have respect for that because there's at least artistic interpretation with like the colors that you use and the way you splatter and the techniques.
Mm-hmm.
But to just paint like a square or a circle or a line
Yeah.
that aren't even that straight onto a piece of canvas and be like, yeah, this is the finest art. This is the best we can do.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, I don't know.
I just don't. I can't. I don't know. I know it's
I
bad.
think part of it could be because it's supposed to be an investment, or it could just be there to.
Well, a lot of it is that it's like it's literally tax evasion
Yeah.
because people will buy this painting at like say $20 million, and then they'll be like, oh, we're gonna donate this to a museum, and then they can write off that $20 million as a charitable good,
Mm-hmm.
a charitable donation,
Oh
and
my.
then. Well, I don't know. I don't remember what they did. Then they can sell it for even more, but they have that 20 million back, so it's not like
Kind of whack. Kind of whack.
kind of whack. It is whack.
Yeah. So what else?
What
How
do
do
you
you-
think about modern art?
Depends on what it looks like.
Let's say it's literally a dot on a canvas.
A dot on a canvas.
Yeah.
What color's the dot?
It's black.
I don't want it.
Do you have a problem with it? Or are you fine with it?
I don't have a problem with it because I know I'm not gonna consume that, and if other people like it, that's fine with them. And if they want to buy it, that's their problem. They can look at that, but and the artist, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a cash grab, probably.
A little bit.
But I don't know how they're gonna explain their inspiration behind it.
I'm sure they can
They could
bullcrap
probably- yeah,
something.
but-
I just find it very difficult to classify that as like a genuine piece of artwork when there's nothing there, and it's so pretentious. Oh my god. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, they used this very luxurious white to paint this canvas that was already white.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Do you think taxidermy is an artwork?
Yeah. I mean, you have to have some pretty good skill to not fuck that up.
That's
oh, sorry.
true.
We'll
Not
censor
screw.
that later.
You have such a filthy mouth.
I've been trying to hold back.
What? Do I make you want to curse, Amalee?
No, it's just normal. That I don't know. I don't understand why there's such a stigma against cursing. It makes zero sense to me.
Yeah. Probably because sometimes it's used in negative connotations.
Sure, but just in casual conversation, I don't get the
Yeah.
problem. I just don't.
Mm.
Like, if
I
you're...
think it's kind of different because we live in the Midwest, right?
Yeah.
Where there's less people cursing on like the East Coast and stuff. And
Yeah.
There's more.
Obviously, there's, like, the middle schoolers that just learn the bad words and they just say it all the time. That's annoying. But if you're just casually in a conversation and you're like, something
Yeah.
comes up where you're like, oh, I don't
guess
see the issue.
like whenever I was younger and I heard curse words, I'd be like, probably because I wasn't.
'Cause you're taught to think
desensitized
that.
it. I wasn't desensitized to it.
I just don't see the issue. If you're like,
Yeah.
okay, these are words and you shouldn't use them in abundance and you shouldn't use them in formal conversations,
Mhm.
I don't see the problem.
So you want to curse in formal conversations?
An informal conversation, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Please don't
informal
Cuss at your
conversations,
boss.
Yeah, I was like, is that what you're trying to say?
No. There are obviously situations where you should not be cussing. And I
Yeah.
think everyone is aware of what those situations are.
Yeah.
So, like, just don't be stupid.
Mhm.
Truly. Just don't be stupid. And I think that is fine.
I think part of what? No. I don't know if this is going to be a good thought or not.
Go for it.
You know how, like, people, curse on, YouTube and stuff, and
Mhm.
sometimes your parent would be like, you can't watch stuff with cursing.
Right.
I guess. I don't know.
You can always censor that. I mean, if you really don't want your child to listen to cursing,
If you've
fair
ever
enough.
watched,
That's fine.
like, some of the YouTube videos that's, like, streamers do,
Mm-hmm.
like, have you watched any of Quackity's videos?
You have forced me to watch some of Quackity's stuff.
Okay. He, like, curses so much, and he, like, always bleeps it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's It's just kind of funny. He goes, ooh. And it goes... It's just so weird. It's just so much work. But, okay.
You can always bleep it. If you really don't want your children listening to it, you can always have it bleeped.
Yeah.
They're going to listen and hear those words eventually, and they're going to use those words eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So why not teach them at a young age to use them correctly?
Oh my god, no. Next topic.
What? Okay, fine. What's your next topic?
I gave you one.
What was it?
Cursing, because you said a bad word.
Okay, well, we can
Okay.
try to get back onto art if you want.
I asked you about taxidermy.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you need a lot of skills to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I think it's very easy to mess up.
Mhm.
Plus, there's sewing and working with chemicals to make sure it's preserved correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see how it would not be considered. I mean, it's a weird art form, but I do think you have to consider that.
Mm-hmm. Do you like that duck over there?
I'm not a big fan of taxidermy.
How dare you?
We are currently in
Instead.
a cabin that is surrounded by things. What's the word? Taxidermed? I don't know.
Embalmed.
Ugh. Ugh.
Using that ancient Egyptian
You get 'em.
knowledge.
You take the brain out through the nose.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Put it in a jar.
Yeah, put all the other organs except for the heart in the jar.
Jar of organs.
Put all the organs in a jar.
Yeah.
Do you want to be embalmed?
Yes.
That just sounds
No,
icky.
I
I
don't
don't know.
care. Hey, my dead body's the next person's.
Would you want to make your dead body into something?
No. Oh, it depends. Like, have you seen where they take the ashes and they make it into a record?
Yeah, you could. There's a whole bunch of things. You can take the ashes, you can turn into a diamond. They can take your ashes, you can turn into a tree.
That could be cool.
There's so many things you can do with your ashes.
I think that's nice. Returning back to the earth from which I once came.
Alright, cool. If I had to diss religion, I guess you gotta put that in.
No, I used that phrase yesterday in a normal conversation. That's why I use.
Okay. Would you want to be turned into a diamond? I think
No.
that's super cool.
I wouldn't want to be turned into a diamond. I think diamonds are overrated. I'd rather be
Well, it
turned-
doesn't take all your ashes. It only takes like a little bit. So your
Oh.
ashes would still be like there, but your family members.
No, you know what'd be funny?
What?
If you got like a bunch of ashes turned into diamonds and then you gave it to like your partner or something. and
Yeah, that's kind of what happens.
They were your diamond.
Yeah, that's like why they make them.
It'd be like, oh, they're like you meet somebody and they didn't know your husband died yet or your partner died.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, where's your husband? They're like, oh, he's right here. They're like, in your heart? No, my necklace.
My
Really?
diamond. I think it's kind of sweet. It's
It is
sentimental.
Yeah,
I need to be the same thing as like turning it into a record.
I like the record one. Oh, let's go play Jonica.
Even in death, these people are still playing me.
What song would you do?
I have no idea.
What's your death song, Amalee?
I have a very eclectic.
Would it be the Whip
Music
and
sense.
Nene?
Oh my god.
Would
You
it
want
be
Soulja Boy?
Cheerleader?
To be my freaking death album.
Yo! Boom. Soldier Boy, tell him.
No.
Oh, what?
Do you want to be Soldier Boy? Is that the album you want? It's not an album.
I'd
I don't
be
know why
fine
you
with
call it an
being
album.
Soldier Boy.
That's terrible.
Why?
Really.
Why?
You want an outdated trend.
Yes.
A terrible song.
I'm an outdated trend.
What does that even mean, Jonica? What does that even mean?
What does it mean you don't want to be Soldier Boy?
I don't like his music
Why?
because it's not good.
It's funny though.
But it's not good.
It's funny.
I would so much
Do
rather
you not do things?
have a good song than
so
Soldier Boy.
would you do Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up
That's better.
so you can rickroll people?
That'd be funny.
Let's play some Amalee. And they play you at the funeral.
Never gonna give you up.
What other songs would you be? How do you feel about being John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads?
I see,
you would bring tears to people's
I'm
eyes.
better with that than Soldier Boy. You know he made a gaming console?
You know he streams on Twitch.
That's terrible.
He participated in Quackity's Have a Hotel raid. He streamed it.
We love when artists come on to streams. Like when Lil Nas came onto the Among Us streams.
About Baby No Money. He was a little deep into the Minecraft community for a bit. He's in like one of the SMPs, not the Dream SMP, but a different one.
Different one. I'm not super up to speed on all of the SMPs out there. So
Eve was on it.
Eve.
I remember he was just. I saw a clip, and he was just talking to himself, building a house, and like Baby No Money came up behind, and there's like, what the fuck does this guy do? Because of his proximity.
I really love Ethan so much. He needs to keep the long hair.
Yeah.
He looks so much. Don't ever, Ethan, if you're watching this or listening to this, don't ever shave your head again, please.
You looked like a small child when it was shaved. It was
You
so
look
good.
like the kid from Toy Story.
Ooh.
Please don't ever do that again.
Okay, what other songs would be your death song?
I don't
You know what my death song would be?
Hmm.
Mine would be the intro to Minecraft by C418. Oh god. That still brings a tear to my eye to this day.
Have you seen the video where they played that at church?
Oh, you know what? I went to my brother's piano recital, and it was in the church and stuff, and a kid played Minecraft theme too.
Nice. It's a really pretty song.
Yeah, I love it. It always makes me cry because it's so nostalgic. I was there for the Redstone update. Throwback to last episode. Okay.
Wow. Sorry, I haven't listened to it in full yet.
She doesn't love me.
I've been busy. I have a job that I'm currently ignoring right now that I definitely should be doing. But, hey, we'll get it done eventually,
Life
right?
is a full-time job.
You're right. But I also have another job.
Friendship with me is a job. I pay her to be here.
Have you seen my Instagram?
Look, she laughed.
My profile picture? Do you know what it is?
No.
If it would load, I could show you. It's Amalee, all your friends are being paid to love you. Cause you know the Snapchat filter for Halloween? Where it would like give you a bad fortune or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got. And I have not seen a single individual get that. Literally, I was like the only one. Hit home.
Hit home, really?
That's been my profile picture for so long.
Yeah?
So long.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk about some more art.
Wow. Great segue
Thanks.
into art again. What do you want to talk about? I think we've kind of... well, not really. We can still talk about conservation if you want.
I love conservation. I like to watch the videos where they restore the
They're
painting.
so
and
pretty.
They get
Ugh.
Cool.
They're so relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Later, what's your death song?
Oh my god, Jonica! I don't know. I do not know what my death song is going to be.
If you had to choose right now.
I don't know.
If you had to choose.
Radio silence.
Bye.
No, that's it. Just radio silence.
What if it was like what if you died in, oh my god, I just had a big brain moment. You died, they take your ashes and make it into a spirit box, and you communicate from the dead as a ghost, if ghosts are real in this situation, and communicate with the spirit box.
I don't think you would need your ashes to be in the spirit box.
It would be poetic.
But I don't think
What if that's the only way that it actually works?
It's definitely not. I've watched enough BuzzFeed Unsolved to know.
I have too.
I love that show.
I do too.
Yeah.
Do you not want Shane Madej to handle your ashes?
He's a demon. That's the funniest compilations.
Yeah, it honestly is.
It's
Hey,
Shane
demons,
being an older
it's me.
demon and scaring off all the other demons.
Yeah, boy. Do you ever just watch an entire series to find the meme? That's why I started watching BuzzFeed Unsolved, because the meme that went, "Hey, demons, it's me, yeah, boy."
No, I was always watching BuzzFeed Unsolved. I love their chemistry. I think it's very
So
fun.
good.
It's a great duo.
I think it could kind of, I don't know. I feel like in this situation, if me and you were on BuzzFeed Unsolved, I feel like you would definitely be the Shane and I would
Oh,
be
yes.
the Ryan.
Oh, Goat Man, I'm on your bridge, Goat Man. It's my bridge now.
My all-time favorite episode is either the first one, where there's the demon in the house, because that's the closest they've ever really got to true evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And where Ryan's just freaking out, right? It's great. Or it's the Mothman, because see the sticker on my phone. It says, I believe in Mothman.
That's
I went
great.
to West Virginia, right? We're back to last episode. And they have a deep faith to Mothman. So
Faith? It's like a religion.
I don't know. It's more like a deity.
Hmm. What a weird thing to believe in. A giant moth.
I think it's fun. He occupies previous dynamite storage houses. So
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the moths.
he steals
We all
people's
know.
babies, and
What?
dogs.
Not the baby.
Whose babies?
Throwback to when I did a presentation about golden eagles, and there was a video of a golden eagle snatching up a child.
I saw it. We just like skipped over that. I didn't hear it. And I was thinking about how I saw the seagull that got a snake off the ground. You know what? A week ago I met a peregrine falcon. That was
Nice.
amazing. I loved her so much. She ate a goose foot in front of me. Also met this vulture named Pearl. She goes on walks. She can't fly, she goes on walks.
Have you ever tried to take a cat for a walk?
I want to.
It's so bad.
My cats used to have collars because they would try and eat other small woodland creatures and also baby ducks. So my mom had collar on them and put
Like a bell?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then they could run away and they'd hear it. But they always get their collars off. They like hook it on a stick or something and they yank them off. So I want to take my. Do you want to take my cats on a walk? Oh my god, we could go to the store and go get a cat harness. Want to?
I'm not getting a cat.
I have 2 cats.
Oh my god. I was with my sister this weekend,
Mhm.
and she has 2 cats,
What are their names?
Leo and Ace.
Okay, that's kind of
Well, it's really Leonard, but we
Leonard.
call him Leo.
Oh gosh.
Ace is a fat cat. Like, he's not just fat. Like, he's just a big cat. He's a thick cat everywhere. His tail is big, his paws are big. Everything about Ace is large.
What color is he?
He's black.
Okay, that's awesome. I like black cats.
And he just kind of flops around.
I like how he's fat even though he's black, because black is typically seen as a color that slims things down, you know?
He's a big cat.
That cat's kinda
Anyway, he
fat.
like ran into the bushes and I was like trying to pull him out. And like he wouldn't move, so he just dug his back claws into the ground and went up like on all 4, and then I yanked a little bit and he just like toppled over.
No!
It was in grass, don't worry.
Okay.
But Leonard, that cat can't. He just flops over, like he goes paralyzed. You put the harness on him and he'll go whoop.
Does he turn into like a possum or something? You know,
Yeah, he'll
possums
just
do?
flop over, and then like he was a dumpster cat, so he has like severe anxiety whenever he goes outside because he thinks we're gonna leave him.
No!
So he starts like meowing really loudly and like
No!
crying. It's really sad.
Baby!
We ended up not taking them because Leo tried to run up to like the neighbor's door and like meowed really loudly like, let me in.
Let me in, please! Let me in!
So we grabbed him and we
Wait,
took him
where-
back inside.
Where are they now?
they're still at her place.
Oh, okay. Is your sister... Okay, we don't talk about this on the podcast.
He ran under the bed. We had to like get him out to get the harness off, but he would arch his back so we couldn't pull him under front of the bed. So we had to like topple him over and like take him out vertically.
You know what my cat did the other day? So we have a planter, and it's like one that hangs off the side of a porch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't have anything in it. It was kind of, he had like some dirt in it. My cat got in it, and he laid belly up in the planter. And he went to sleep, and he crossed his arms over his chest. It was the best thing. I loved it so much. Okay. Story time.
Story time.
You wanna know what I did yesterday?
What'd you do yesterday?
I tried to go outside yesterday, and I eventually did. And I put on sunscreen, and I was gonna go swimming in this lake, right? Did I tell you about this?
No, you didn't.
Okay. And I go in there. I've been swimming 30 minutes. I'm doing great. And I go, and I'm swimming, and I'm, like, trying to chase my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I kicked a fish, I think. It was a bluegill. I kicked the top of a bluegill, and if you've ever seen bluegill fins...
They're sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fin got stuck in my foot, and then
Ow.
I, like, kicked it off, and so then I limped back to the beach, and I was bleeding.
Ow.
So I have holes in my foot.
That's no good. When we were younger, my grandfather owns a farm, and he plants
Animal
corn.
Farm.
No,
19
no animals.
Orville.
Just corn and wheat and beans.
Animal Farm. Is it a metaphor for communist Russia?
What? No.
Okay.
You know the trucks that they empty out all the corn into
Yeah.
as they're like tractoring away. Anyway,
Did you play in the... Were you a child of the corn?
we would play on the corn, and then we would stay in the corn as they were dumping it into the silo, and we would just hang on to the top bars. So there's two stories here. There was
Did
the
you
one
fall?
where one,
Did you
I got
die?
a stick impaled into my foot.
Oh! The worst!
That hurt. And then two, when my sister was playing, she almost fell out into the silo with thousands of pounds of corn would have like crushed her, but she didn't. There was our friends, they were with us that day, and the dad is very jacked. He was a personal trainer, very fit guy.
Yeah.
He like Superman grabbed her before she fell in. It was
like-
so cool.
I like how you've had a taste of death almost.
Oh, I didn't die. That was my sister.
I like how your family's had a taste of death almost.
Yes, indeed. I
What
almost
times
died
have
when
I
I was
almost
born,
died?
but that's a different story.
Okay, I don't need to hear that story, thanks.
All right, I'm gonna tell that story.
No, I don't want to hear about your birth.
What? It's not gross.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
Anything
not.
involving birth is gross.
So the doctor was super.
She came out backwards.
No,
Oh, okay.
the doctor was super duper
She
late.
came out early. No, late.
Super late.
She was alive in her...
What are you trying to say here, man?
She was breathing.
No, I wasn't. That was the issue.
She wasn't
I had no
breathing.
oxygen because I was trying to come out and I couldn't.
She was trying
So
to
I came
breathe.
out blue.
Ew. Smurf baby.
Yeah, I was a Smurf baby. And I could have had severe brain trauma or even died.
Not cool.
I could have been a genius, you know? And the brain trauma from the doctor being a jerk.
Yeah, that just knocked you down a bit.
Yeah, just knocked me down a few pegs.
Maybe it made you smarter.
I think that'd be really funny.
Less
But I highly doubt
oxygen
it.
to the brain.
Anyway, that's that story.
Sorry, dumb people's brain cells oxidize. These braids have no oxygen involved. Thank you very much.
None whatsoever.
No.
We're very smooth brain.
Brain. Okay.
How did we get from art to birth? What?
It's
It's the circle.
of life.
We need copyright
What could you
strikes.
say? Life imitates art.
Oh my god! She did it. She was like, will you pay me if I add this into here? And I was like, no, I'm not going to pay you. And she's like, I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
And she did. And honestly, probably at the very end of the podcast, because we've been recording now for
Shut. Shush.
a while.
We started at what? 11. Now it's your mom o'clock. Okay.
That's terrible.
I'm regressing.
Yeah,
and
you're very
my
smooth
comedy
brain.
is now post-ironic memes.
Post-ironic memes. Those are the worst.
They're great. Among Us.
That's sus.
She vented. Your Honor, she vented.
Murderer say what?
You're dumb. I won't fall for that. It's all just chicken and book.
Mm-hmm.
Among Us.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening.
Wait. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna end this one here before Jonica starts really regressing into old memes. All right, and
Amen.
with that beautiful music that Jonica has provided, we're
Amen.
gonna send you off.
Into the wilderness. Go and critique art at your own will.
Yes, and in our comments, if we post this on YouTube, this will be on Spotify, YouTube, and some other platforms I don't remember. Google Play.
Breaker, I think. I don't know. I
Anyway,
looked at 'em. But
we have our
drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Can we get to 3 dozen subscribers? 3 dozen, anyone? We have dozens of subscribers, you know.
Our
24.
first episode has officially surpassed 100 views.
Yeah! I was very excited
Yay!
about that.
That is very exciting. We have our Anchor if you want to leave us a message.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us a message about your favorite art or how much you hate the Bean guy.
Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bean.
Oh, Amish reporter, sorry. Also, feel free to come on to the Neighbors Kids Twitter. I'm fairly active on there.
I'm
so.
not super active on the Instagram,
Okay.
but I'm trying to get better about that.
Okay. Let us know if there's anything you want to see, and comment your favorite bit down below.
Also, let us know if you want us to make that Spotify playlist. True. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day.
See you later. Stay cool, you cats and kittens.
Sayonara.